Hi there and welcome back. Today we are going to do a breakdown of one of these scenes from a series of renders I made a few months ago, I guess. And it was at first made for a friend of mine. He made electronic ambient music called Series by Durance. So I made this render for him with no real we don't really know. Actually, when I created the render, I say to him, "Oh, so we should release your album now because we have a cover," and that's it. And because I made this creation, I wanted to try different stuff with it. It's not my usual style, as you can see, because most of the time I make some colorful renders, more cartoonish, I guess, something like that. And I wanted to try something different. I wanted to experiment because I don't do a lot of outside renders, and it could be nice to experiment different stuff. So I will explain how I made one of the scene. I'm not sure if I go with this one or this one. For sure not this one. I made this one for Halloween. Okay. Let's pick the left one. The right one, sorry. So this one with the modular. I've opened the other ones, but yeah, let's go with this one. So, where do we begin for this kind of scene? I really experimented directly. I didn't have any idea in my head when I started. It was just this one with the rock, and I started creating the rock, and I added the jacks and everything. So yeah, I will have my face. I don't have to have my face all the time. Okay, so at first, what's the first thing we see here? It's let me start the render, and let's start with the rock at first because it's a main element here, and also alright, let me just check something. Okay, everything okay, let me just make pause. Alright, so the first element we got is this rock here, and it's coming from, of course, Quixel Bridge from Quixel, and I guess it was this one. So it's Canyon Sandstone rock, but usually I try to search from different rock. You go to 3D assets, and then you search for nature rock or debris. It's amazing, it's in rock. And as you can see, you got lots of different type of rock. And this one was from Canyon. Alright, and you got some nice rocks. And as you can see here, you got the size, because I don't want to use a really huge size. I want to keep something quite realistic. So I've chosen something quite small, and I didn't change the scale almost, I guess. I try to keep something realistic on the scale. I don't want to have the big rock resizes really small, and so that's why I've chosen a rock small like this one. And I guess I have another one here. Alright, it's the same kind of rock, and yeah, it's from the same kind of universe, you know, the same collection, sorry, on Quixel Bridge. So I won't go in detail how you import element from Quixel, because it's not really a tutorial, but you go export and it import directly on your scene. Alright, and I didn't specify that, but this render is on Octane, so I will put that in the description so people won't be surprised it's not on Redshift or anything else. I'm almost working exclusively with Redshift now, and I've been using it for a few months now. But yeah, this one was still with Octane, and I guess Octane is really great for this kind of renders, and Redshift as well, but I was on Octane earlier before, so... Alright, so let's jump in the scene. It's really simple. As you can see, there is nothing crazy in it, just a camera shooting really closely. And you'll notice the floor is with some bending on it. It's just to create this... we don't see a lot on this one, but in one of the other renders, I guess it was this one, because I was really close, really horizontal. I bended I had some bend in the back, so I don't have to put stuff, just the floor bending, like there is a small hill or something like that. Okay, there is a lot of stuff going on here, and I don't really know where to start, because as you can see, nothing is really organized, because it's just some random stuff I made, and I don't work really organized when I'm experimenting. So let's disable stuff and put stuff back in it, just to check what I made. Where is it? Okay, plates. All right. So at first we got the plane, which is also from Quixel, because Quixel got some excellent nature assets. It's not my... I don't go a lot on Quixel because it's kind too grungy for me, but I still have some some points to use, some credits, so I don't care about using some stuff from Quixel. But as you can see, I don't really need some chicken skin or something like that. Okay, so the floor was purchased maybe, and it's a surface and maybe some ground. As you can see, something like that. I think it's grass uncut. So yes, it's exactly this one. And something cool from Quixel is that you got 8 channel displacement. And let me move the camera. So you see now the bend is really useful, because I can put my camera something like this, for example, and if I add my bend, so you see. So with the bend you can trick your scene and create this cool hill in the back. So now we got some displacement here. So as you can see, if I had a flat floor, it's quite ugly, not realistic. And if I had some displacement here, it creates this cool effect, and it's like a mesh, but it's just a really simple plane. So it's really easy for Octane to render that. It's not really complex geometry, and it's just a simple JPEG, like this, something really simple. Sometimes if you import directly your file, your texture from Quixel, and you put that in Cinema, it will import this EXR here, but usually I prefer to use the JPEG. It's faster to load, and it's working well. Don't forget to put the camera on 1, and then you should import it with the displacement. But again, I guess you can go on the extension Quixel Megascan and you can enable displacement. Okay, and I fucked up everything now. Everything is black. Cool. Thank you. I fucking hate when it's doing that. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so next we got the rocks. So for the rocks, it's the same. Oh, I put a rock here, okay. So next we got the Boolean with the big. Let me hide that. Okay. So next we got the over rock like this one. Okay. And in this rock, I've put a module in it. So I've put a Boolean. Alright, like this. And actually, I didn't put any material in it. It's just a white blank Octane material, but it was looking nice, so I didn't touch anything. Sometimes you don't really have to put a material, I guess. So that's how I made my hole. Then I've put the module in it, like this. And I put my jacks, cables, and that's it for this scene. And some fog. So let's focus a bit on the module here. How did I get this module, and how can you get all these elements? And it's quite easy for this brand because I don't know if some people know something about modular, but Eurorack modular, but this module is called Plates from the brand Mutable Instruments. It's made by Emily Gillet. She's the boss of Modular Instruments. She's from France, and she make a lot of cool modules. I have this one, my modular, and something cool with this brand is you can find everything open source, and that's why I wanted to make a mutable instrument module, because I knew you can find easily the panel, the file for the panel. So I went to their GitHub, and you can find the plates and hardware design, and then you got the panel and the AI file, so the Illustrator file, and you got this one. After this one, I just had to clean up, just removing the CAD files, because as you can see, I just had to disable. Okay, this one. All right. I guess for the holes, let me check. All right. Where is just okay, so it's just an extrude. Let me just disable it. All right. So it's just a simple extrude, as you can see, like this. So it's a spline mask with the outside and all the holes, and it's just extruded like this. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know what. I don't get why I have the holes square. I guess the render I made was square. Let me check. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. There's some here is round, but it should not be squared like that. All right. Anyway, it's not really important for this breakdown. So now you know how I got the panel, and you can also create yours. So usually you can make that in Illustrator. You can use the vectorial file to use that as you can import the vector file in C4D, and you will have this all the path of your vector file or your Illustrator file. When you save a file for Cinema 4D, don't forget to put Illustrator 8 in the version before importing it, and then you go to File, Merge Object, and you import your file. All right. Next, what do we got? We got all these knobs, all these connections. So where can you get all these cool elements? And it's quite easy. You go to this cool website called, it's not cool because it's quite boring stuff, but you get some excellent models to play with for your renderings. It's not made for us, I guess it's made for people who create stuff, but it can be extremely useful. It's one of my favorite websites to get elements. I will make a video on where do I get my assets, where do I get inspiration, and all the stuff like the colors and everything, because it could be nice to share that with you. So GrabCAD is a website where you can download elements for CAD files for, I don't know, like 3D printers or anything, different stuff, and it's usually for a software like Fusion 360 or something like that. And you can find, for example, audio jack. Let's put audio jack. And we want to find, like, this one is really cool actually. Okay. So just check the type of file you can get. This one is a step file, so it's perfect. It will work in Cinema 4D, sorry. Some CAD file doesn't work, but most of the time Cinema 4D accepts most of the usual CAD files. So as you can see, you can use all these elements in your 3D software. It's really cool, and it's free. So that's so nice. The mesh are quite messy because it's not made for 3D rendering like us. It's made for CAD softwares for exporting for machines or anything. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to explain something I don't know. But it's really cool. It's really, really cool. And you can find some excellent 3D models. So as you can see, I have also this connector. It's not exactly this one, but this one is cool as well. As you can see, there is all the elements and you don't need everything. You will just need the exterior of it, and maybe this is not here. So free to you to download it. The STL file should work as well. You can create an account. It's free. It's cool, and you can find everything on this website. For the knobs here, I guess I found them on, yeah, something like this. I think it's this one, and I did some modification on it. I just add a cylinder. Maybe I made it myself. I don't know. No, so it was made from this, and I just made some modification on it because the original module have knobs are looking like that. And again, for this one, it's just a small knob found on GrabCAD as well. So that's it for all these elements. As you can see, actually, there is an interior. We don't see it, but it's here. So that's cool. And yeah, that's it for the element we see. I think the screw is from the Cinema 4D library screws, and I guess it's something, I'm not sure, but yeah, socket screw, I think is this one. Yeah, just a Cinema 4D screw. Yeah. So as you can see, it's really simple. I try to create something simple because when you post one stuff a day on Instagram, you can't spend too much time on it. And I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it for the elements in the scene. Yeah, okay. Let's now move to the shaders and the lighting. All right. So let me start again the render. For the lighting, it's just a simple HDRI file. Yes, no lighting at all, just one HDRI, and it's coming from HDRI Heaven, and I guess it's I've searched for forest, and I think it's like this one. Let me check. Autumn Forest 1 4K. So yes, just this simple HDRI file, and it's enough to light it because we don't have any strong shadows. It's really simple in the lighting. But for example, for this one, I added some lighting. Not this, but this one. Yeah, I just add some light on the right. It really depends what you want to do. The tape player, I bought it on TurboSquid for this one because it was impossible to find something for free, so I bought it this one. The microphone here was from GrabCAD, I guess, and like the connector, the XLR connector, it's from GrabCAD. Yeah, alright. Next, so for the lighting, so we got just this HDRI from HDRI Heaven, and that's it for the lighting. It's really simple, as you can see. It's not a complex scene. Let's put back the band in the back. Okay. For the shading, the jack are really simple. It's just a glossy material with some roughness, I guess. Yeah, just a bit of roughness, nothing crazy, just some lighting, some colors on it. For the little jack here, little LED here, it's just whoa. Look at this mess I made. But yeah, it's just a texture going into a texture emission, and that's it. Maybe if I, yeah, you see, it's working. The light is working, and if I put a lot of power, it will do something like that. Yeah, you can see you can play with different lighting, and yeah, it's so cool to play with this kind of thing. It's so fun to do. Okay. So let's put that back, and the emission on 3. Okay, perfect. All right. Next, what do we got? Nothing crazy on the material. I think this material is from. See, let me just remove. Okay, yeah. These materials are coming from oops, okay, plus, yes, it's coming from Grayscale Goelia Plus library, and just some aluminium materials I've used for the base on the back for the base. Actually, the real module is not that glossy, but it was looking nice here. I didn't go in detail on how I made the cables, but it's quite easy. It's just a spline, actually. Most of the time, I just go on the top like this, or it really depends, but go on like this, I take the sketch tool and I just do something like that really fast. Where is my spline? Yeah, it's here. So it will create a messy stuff like this, and you just put your points correctly after that. I found it was the best way to create your cables. It's quite long to do, but at least you can put everything like you want, and you can put all your cables like you want. Next we got some fog, and for the fog is just a noise I've used in the texture of the fog, and it was actually the first time I was doing a fog in one of my scenes. So as you can see the fog here. It was the first time I'm using a fog, and I'm not an expert in fog, so it was just some experimenting with it, and that's why I do all of these renders most of the time, is just to experiment and discover some new techniques I can use on other renders, I guess. Alright, I guess that's it. Yeah, the texture isn't really great here actually, but for Instagram is enough. And every time I look at it, as you can see here, it's really ugly. It's not cool. I should have had some grass. There is a lot of stuff that can be done better on this render, but yeah, I just took less than a day to make that, so it can't be perfect. Let me just check if I didn't forget anything. This one, yeah, this one doesn't have any other elements. Just the leaves here are just some flat textures, and I just put a plan in with a bend in it in C40. I really like this one. This one is my favorite, I guess. But yeah, this one. Oops, not this one. This one is using more techniques, so it was very hard to explain. Yeah. Okay, it was quite messy. Breakdown was really difficult to do because I didn't plan anything. I just opened my file and go through it with you. So I hope you enjoy this first one, and I will try to do other breakdown in the future. And I have a quick tip to record. I have it almost ready. Everything is made ready to record, so I will post that later, and yeah. All right. I didn't know what I wanted to do. See you later, and thank you for watching, and bye bye.